different young ladies. So.
Exactly.
Hella young ladies.
You a young lady.
I mean, sure.
Goodness. No, but I asked her the question and her answer was conflicted.
Which was?
She said it depends on.
Well, that always depends on the man.
No, now that's conflicted.
That's not conflicted. That's just honesty.
So I'm going to ask the question again. Does money really get you wet?
And if you
go, yeah, but then you go, nah, it depends on the man. That's a conflicting statement.
Well, not really. I mean, there's certain men, like, no matter how much money you have, you just a crusty like, nah, like, no amount of money is going to make me get at that. But I'm a certain kind of female. There's some kinds of females where, like, yeah, money's going to make anything pop. But me, I'm like, nah, like, there's not enough money for me to just get down with an old white dude. You know
so either money gets your pussy wet or it doesn't.
Nah, you're saying black and white when we all know the life is gray. So you can't make us say it's a yes or no.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying the answer is conflicted. Now you got some women that'll be like, I don't give a damn what the hell is going on. I ain't taking nothing from you.
Okay, here, let's do a better example. You have two fine, badass dudes. One's broke, one has money. Who makes you more wet? The one with money.
You just said it's not black and white.
But you wanted to try to make it, so there.
The average woman would go with the attractive dude.
I just said it, but if they're equally attractive, but one was broke and one had money, who you going with? The one with money.
Let me ask another question about that. Do women creep with ugly dudes or do they parade them proudly in public? Because men creep with ugly women.
Nah, girls are weird. We will totally parade our ugly dude around. Yeah, girls are silly as fuck. Girls will parade their ugly dude around. Now, I don't really know this experience personally, but yeah.
Oh my God. Hey, Phil. When was the last time you paraded an ugly woman in public?
In public?
Like, this my boo, nigga. Come on, baby, whatever you want. Cotton candy, funnel cake, all that.
I don't know if I've done that. I don't think so. I don't think I've done that.
Right. He's like, never, because I've never paraded an ugly dude because I've just never been with an ugly dude.
I haven't.
I'm just trying to understand.
At least not since high school.
So listen, the phone lines are open. The number to dial is 323-230-4610. We're trying to get a deeper understanding of female sexuality. Do women want it more than men? Do men want it more than women? Does money really get a woman wet? These two up in here didn't know what kind of answer they was going to come with. What turns a woman on? Is it a question that could even be answered by women? Are most women confused as to what turns them on? Are most women in the dark about what turns them on? True or false? Women's sex drives are more influenced by social and cultural factors. That's some bullshit right there. Somebody call us right now. The number to dial is 323-230-4610. True or false, prostitution is still mostly a phenomenon of men seeking sex with women rather than the other way around. What about the nigga that's paying rent with his dick?
I mean, go you.
The number to dial is 323-230-4610. Call us right now. True or false? Experts say men score higher in libido while women's sex drive is more fluid. What does that mean?
Wait, what? Say that again.
True or false? Experts say men score higher in libido, desire to want to fuck, while women's sex drive.
Just the way it's written is actually convoluted, so I can't actually answer that question. It's terribly written
I'll
sentence.
tell you, not really. It's pretty clear to me. Libido is desire. Drive is the ability to be aroused versus the desire. Libido is desire.
So they're actually saying men desire it more, but women are actually hornier more.
There we go.
Okay, I agree with that.
You had to dig the drive of it. Like,
oh, I totally agree with that.
Like, don't turn this oven on unless you gonna cook something, nigga. Because
the difference is that women, like, men have to hide a boner all day, so they can't really just be popping a physical boner all the time. Whereas women, literally, if you ask most women, we are wet a good portion of the day. Y'all just don't see it, and we sure the fuck ain't telling you about it.
Wow.
So yeah, we're physically aroused way more than men, but we can hide it.
And here's another question that kind of supports that. True or false, sexual desire in women is extremely sensitive to environment and context. Nigga, what is this? What is all of this about? I know good and well. I tell a woman, you know what this is about. It's about that dick meetup, girl.
I mean, if you with the right one, she gonna be like, okay, about it. But if you're not, then she gonna be like, what are you talking about?
Men are more likely to seek sex even when it's frowned upon or even outlawed. True or false? Oh, God. They try to make men. I swear to God, a lot of these fucking scientists be pissed. And they be coming up with some hella wild shit to just make men barbarians.
I honestly think they study themselves.
I think women are sexual barbarians, too.
I mean,
I think you guys are sexual
barbarian.
You know, a wildling.
I mean, I know I am, but I can't speak for every other woman out there. Because usually when I speak to other women about my sexuality, they're like, what?
Because
what? I'm like, I'm free as fuck out here. I love my body.
Are the most judgmental gender.
Yes. And most of themselves be free. Me, because I don't give a fuck about judgment, I'm able to enjoy my body and my sexuality more, which makes me more free.
Ladies and gentlemen, get to your phone lines. The number to dial is 323-230-4610. I need to hear from people who are experiencing this phenomena. Dance. Let me just make it clear. Are women nastier than men? Do women teach men the nast?
I don't know.
Listen, I was taught the nast by a woman.
What nast? Because I know,
listen, I can't take no instructions on how to be nasty from a man.
Oh, no, yeah, that's gross. Wait.
The fuck?
But I just think men generate weird shit from their own brains. Like shit as regular nast. And then by regular, I mean foreplay related stuff or whatever. But all the weirdest shit I've ever come across has come from a man. Wanting to pee on me or some shit. Nah, that is not a woman thing because we're too clean for that shit. That was definitely a dude
no.
Let me piss on you.
No.
There was no way a woman was pee on me, baby.
Yes, that was a woman who said that.
Never. I don't believe it.
Because men are so busy jumping through hoops trying to get pussy and afraid to run pussy off that a woman has a
Okay, I really think it was some true S&M Dom stuff. Some Dom was I'm gonna piss on you, you ultimate submissive. Psst. I was like, oh, this is.
Well, let's start a poll,
man.
Let's start a poll. Did women okay it? Because you guys okay
well,
choking.
Yeah, if it was a submissive, I'm choking, but I'm not scientific.
But who was the first? Somebody just put in the chat room. His name is Paul Johnson. He said women are the relationship Thanos.
I mean,
you guys are the Thanos of relationship.
It's true-ish. But I really think some of this stuff came from some Dom submissive stuff. Honestly.
I just think.
And yeah, the woman okayed it because she's a submissive. If you truly understand what being a submissive in S&M
But
is.
see, I think women are the Catholic priests of sexuality. In other words, I think you guys get, how the priests are backed up. They thought they was ready for a life of celibacy. And then because they take on a life of celibacy and they not ready for it. And then all types of weird, foul, nasty shit comes out of their lives.
Oh, like prohibition. Okay.
And I'm thinking women are the same way because you guys get judged. So we can't really see what you really want and what you really want to do because you guys will get judged and dragged and hold out.
I will say this. I think women rush to get married as an excuse to do that with one person, and then it's not judged, and then they just don't speak about it. Lots like they talk about it. Hope for your husband. Like, there's a lot of women who are nasty, but they specifically wait to get married before they unleash the beast.
Really?
And then they just don't talk to fucking friends about it. They're like, this is our shit behind closed doors. Hell yeah. I'm sure Big Mama was doing weird shit all the time, bending over and shit like the stuff my parents do. I'll be like, oh shit, Mom, we close, but like you could have just kept all that to yourself.
I want to hear from the nastiest women in the nation tonight. Women who are unafraid. Women who are fearless in their sexuality. Call in and tell me about it. The number to dial is 323-230-4610. Don't be afraid. There will be no judgment. Tell us how you like it. You want a little man lemonade.
Oh my God. What is happening right now? Lord have mercy.
I want to know. Caller, you're on the line. The number to dial is 323-230-4610. Hey, wait, turn it all down. Just everything got to get turned down.
There's nothing up.
Okay. How you doing, love?
Hey, Zoe, it's Dana.
What up, Dana? How are you tonight?
I'm good. I'm on my commute over the hill. So I missed a little bit of the topic, but it sounds like you guys are talking about, I don't know. What I was thinking in my head when you were talking about the girl that was conflicted and she gave the conflicting answer, I think, some of us as women, we're still looking at how a person looks opposed to what they have. Mm-hmm. So, when you have a person that's looking still at looks and not as what they have, because money can make you wed, especially if you come from struggle or if you've been struggling a long time and you meet somebody that you almost, can get along with, you kind of vibe with their looks and you kind of compatible in some ways, then that money does look good and it can get you wed and you are like, okay, I can make this happen.
Okay, I like it. Now, let me hip you to a little bit of the topic today.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. Got it today.
Okay.
Whose drive is the strongest?
Okay.
And
I can contribute to that.
I bet you can.
Shut up. What I'm thinking is that when you were talking, now that I know the topic, is that men, especially black men, aren't ready for the liberation of black women. They couldn't stand us if we were in our sexual free selves.
Right.
And then the part of the judgment where you were saying it's other black women or women, period, holding black women back. And it's this, this fantasy world, this fantastical world of how we should be, what rom-coms have showed us. This is how you're supposed to be. So we won't allow ourselves to be sexually free. We have hang-ups about masturbation and how we are in the bedroom. And I agree with Tiff. We will get with one person so we can be our sexually free selves, and we'll just turn him out so much that he'll keep his mouth closed. Because he's our husband, and he shouldn't be talking about these things. And every now and then we'll let a carrot slip out of our mouths with our girlfriends, but our sexually free girlfriends will be comparing notes or try this, try that, or bring this in and see what he says about that.
Wow. I like it.
See?
I mean, that's really what it is. And it's sad that black women cannot be sexually free. I mean, I don't think, 25 years ago, we had hang-ups about, giving blowjobs and giving professionals when that's some controlling shit. You should love it. You should, go to it with enthusiasm.
Wow.
Always. You should always have a hand out and a warm mouth for your man.
Oh,
It's true.
In the name of sweet baby Ray's barbecue sauce. Thank you, Dana. We appreciate you for calling in.
I mean, like, seriously, I'm going to continue to listen to what other people have to say, but it's really sad that we, as, you know, the most educated, developed women, we have all these high-powered jobs, but we don't know how to sexually satisfy our men. We still have hang-ups, and we can't go into our bedrooms and be free and be, you know, there's a word I'm looking for, we're uninhibited.
Yes.
You know, we should be able to do whatever we want to do. You want to bring ketchup and mustard into the bedroom? Then do it. It's nobody's business. It's nobody's business. And if a man or a black man can't handle that, then he's not the man for you. Because we're only going to get this shot at this, and I don't know what happens in the afterlife or anything about coming back, but we should get all that we want and desire out of this life.
Wow.
This existence and this now.
Go ahead, Dana.
Okay, Dana. Tell these motherfuckers to take this golden shower. Okay.
Oh, wait. No.
All right.
No,
Thank you.
Right, she said not.
It's some bodily fluids I draw the line at, and urine is one of them.
Urine and the doo-doo.
Thank you so much.
Taking the doo-doo.
Thank you so much for the call, Dana.
You're welcome.
I want to hear from women who want to have a threesome.
Oh.
Now, see, here's some complications with the threesome. I'm a heterosexual man, so the threesome must equal 1 me and 2 women.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
There's some certain man code laws and rules. I can't even see the homie naked. That's gay. Me seeing another motherfucking man naked is gay.
Well, then all these sports locker rooms are hella gay.
It's gay. I'm gonna go right there.
These frat
It's gay.
houses, gay.
Now.
Military,
Now.
gay as fuck.
Now,
That's the rule.
Because I'm setting this up right now.
Sorry.
To me, all that's gay.
I hear you.
To me, that's all gay.
Got it.
So, in the gaiety of it all, right?
Okey-dokey.
If 2 dudes is sharing a girl, first off, the sight of naked dude is gay. Right? But if there's ever any grazing or juxtaposition of skin where this nigga's elbow and my elbow touch while we naked, it's gay.
Basically, you're saying you could never have a threesome with another dude because even being in the presence of another naked man is gay.
Straight up.
Got it.
For me.
Got it.
But here's the complex issue.
You're okay with the lady being gay.
That's all fine. That's all great.
We always understood this.
But here's the complex issue.
Okay.
There are many women out there who secretly want to be ravaged by multiple dicks.
What? What? Where, ladies, if you want multiple dicks, please call and tell me.
I gotta be honest.
I have been in a situation, and okay, wait, that one threesome with 2 dudes was bomb as fuck. But
then.
No, but I've been in the situation. The first one was bomb as fuck because these guys were comfortable with each other, not gay, but comfortable with each other and knew how to work around each other without making a scene. The other situation was, well, the first one was actually, I was young, so this is 2 white dudes. That was bomber. The ones with 2 black dudes, it was lame as fuck because of the same reason you said, because they're so paranoid to even cross, touch, or be around in each other's presence that they couldn't actually finagle the situation properly.
What you mean?
They're so terrified to be like, oh, what if his elbow touched my elbow? Oh, nigga,
Right.
now. Like, they're so terrified versus like, how about you just make sure you hitting all the spots?
No.
Hitting all my spots.
No.
So that, from my personal perspective, but
I'm
also
gonna
too,
listen to
I'm
it.
anti-threesomes and, well, not anti-threesomes. I think threesomes are overrated just because if you're really having sex properly, it's already hard to focus.
Okay.
It's already hard to breathe and orgasm and shit. So to have like a dick in your mouth and one in your vagina and trying to do all, like,
Wow.
I'm trying to fucking breathe,
Well,
man.
hold on. Well, now that you've just went on a tirade.
I'm just saying. I think
you just went on a rant. Well, now you've redirected my questioning. You're going to have to describe.
I've had all the combinations.
The threesome.
I've had threesomes with 2 guys. I've had threesomes with 2 girls.
Wait. No. I want to go back and talk about the taboo threesome, because that's a taboo threesome.
The 2 guys.
Where there's 2 naked niggas, it's all taboo.
The premise is they were in fact frat brothers. They were in fact frat brothers.
Oh, well, what fraternity was it?
We won't even say. I'm not doing that too. But actually, I will say this: I have been approached to have said threesomes with all 3 of the major Black fraternities, so with Qs, Kappas, and Alphas.
Well,
they've all tried, but I didn't let it go down except in this one situation. And actually, it was so lame, I got up and left in the middle. I just walked out the room.
All right, so let's just come back.
I was just like, Onyx, you suck. I just left.
I want to hear from ladies. I just want to be, listen, there will be no judgment. I must reiterate that there will be no judgment. Do you at least fantasize about it, ladies? Say you heterosexual or whatever, but you fantasize about being ravaged. There are a lot of women who fantasize about being ravaged by multiple men.
Really? I don't see.
They go one right behind you.
Well, right. I mean, like, I feel like, again, you just want to explore. Like, you just want to, you haven't done before. So you're not really sure if you're going to like it or not until you do. Me personally, if I was going to have a preference, I prefer 2 girls over 2 guys. That is my personal preference. Because it's just easier to handle, like numbers wise, holes wise, pleasure wise.
Do you think women are like men in that sense? Because people think women are not greedy.
No, we're greedy, but also men are like artistically, your bodies are just like, penises aren't cute, man. Vaginas are cute. Penises are kind of disgusting.
I think a lot of women will disagree with you.
They feel nice, but if I had a preference, like, which one do I want in my face? Like,
I think a lot of women would disagree with that.
Okay.
Ladies, call in and disagree with Tiff, because she said penises are ugly. And
artistically, they're ugly. Like, the female body is way more beautiful artistically.
It's a billy club. Oh my God. If this is your first time tuning in, I promise we don't talk about this all the time. Tonight's topic is a tough one because we're comparing men and women and their sex drives. Men may want it more, but women, once they get going, must be satisfied. I'm on the other side of the end zone. It don't matter what you think about me after I'm over there doing the touchdown dance.
Oh my God.
So I just know men don't have that kind of thought process. But she asked me, she was like, what's your summation of me? So that made me think, damn, do women walk around here guilty after fucking?
Absolutely.
Well, talk to me about the guilt you guys feel.
You're stupid. I will say, honestly, I rarely have experienced it myself, but I definitely have been on the other side of conversations and even like pacts. Like, there's tons of girls out here making pacts like, I'm not going to have sex with more than 5 guys before I get married. So if I get to number 4, I'm just going to stop fucking. Like, there's a lot of like guilt, not only around having sex, but like who you had sex with and why. And they really they make their choices on that. And not only their choices on their behavior, but how their lies. A lot of what happens is women just tend to start lying a lot because they feel so guilty.
You mean women who hate liars?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to preface that.
And then they wonder why they attract liars, because you're lying not only to them, but to yourself. Most women just won't talk about their numbers because they're not going to tell you. You know, whether it is only 3 or 4, she might just feel so guilty she'd rather not say period. Because that's the case. A lot of women do have lower numbers than guys, but they're just never going to tell you what it is, period. It could be 7, and they're just like, nah, I'm not going to tell you.
I think if a dude is mad at a woman who has 7 dudes, that ain't even double figures.
Right? But a lot of dudes really can't handle it. Like, a lot of dudes, like, if it's more than 2, they're like, feelings are hurt. Like, oh, more than 2 have gotten what I have now gotten. Because, again, men are still ego-driven. So the number also shows, like, oh, maybe I didn't conquer anything that special because all these other motherfuckers conquered it, too.
You mean people are ego-driven?
Well, people in general are ego-driven, but the ego's driven differently, male and female.
But shit,
we both have ego.
I was about to say, you're talking in circles. Because women, their ego manifests in a different way.
I just said we both have ego. They just manifest differently.
Which is lying about your number. That's ego. Right there. Like, I ain't finna tell nobody about this motherfucking 385 days.
Comes from shame. One comes from wanting to conquer.
I'd rather be on the other side. I don't want to be on the shame side.
Right. So women hide the number because they feel shame and don't want to feel judged. Men don't like the number because they want to feel like the thing they got was special.
I want to hear from the female sexual savages. Because men are oftentimes labeled savage, right? When it comes to sex and all. I think there are some female savages out there.
How, like, savage in what regard?
Savage, like they gonna do what they want to do regardless of what you think about it.
Oh, me. Of course. And my best friend. We don't give a fuck.
This is crazy.
I wish she would call in. I think she at work, though.
Is that the girl you brought here?
Nah. My best friend's in Chicago.
Got it. No,
my best friend is stacked like me, light skinned like me. Yeah.
What's that mean?
She's just me. We just like sisters.
Oh, so you guys are like twins out here.
A little bit.
Okay,
she's a baddie.
So this is what I need you to do. I need you to define what a female sexual savage is. We know what a male sexual savage is. He's been called a dog for time immemorial.
Well, I mean, a female sexual savage, one, you're likely not going to know until you've been just experienced it. Like, if we want it, we're going to have it. Well, if we want, and I mean it in this regard, we don't care. You don't need to lie to us. Like, if I'm in a club and I'm vibing with the dude, he don't actually have to say any words. Like, in my head, I'm already like, I'm gonna fuck that. I've met a dude and been in this circumstance. I'm like, boo, you don't got to lie to me. You don't have to tell me your life story. Like, just at the end of the day, this is what the fuck's happening today. Like, is that what you wanted? Because that's what we about to do. Like, he's like, I really like you. Oh my God, blah, 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 blah. You're so bomb. I'm like, that's cute. I appreciate you. But like, you don't really got to do all that if you don't want to. Like, we about to do this anyways.
So let me ask you. Your best friend. Mm-hmm. Your best friend. Has she had a threesome?
Yeah.
With 2 girls or 2 guys?
Both.
Wow.
I mean, we've known each other like 13, 14 years.
I wonder what a man would do if, like, what would Phil get on the mic?
But here's what the disclaimer.
Hold on. If you found out your woman was in a threesome with 2 dudes,
my girl, I would look at her for sure different. I'd be like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's why women the truth though. That's why women are out here lying to y'all.
On the double penetration side of the game.
The 2 girls, I wouldn't be like, oh, that's what's up. Like,
Right.
2 dudes, like, and I'm walking. I'll just feel like, hey, if you ain't telling me, I'm walking around here holding your hand. What's going on? Like,
I'm holding your purse at the store.
Yeah. And that's why women lie. That's why women lie, because you both admitted, like, it would be cool.
You're not
like,
gonna justify your lies.
No, I didn't justify it, but you just experienced it. You guys did it. This is why women lie. Because you said, "Oh, I look at her different." Okay.
So what are we supposed to do?
There's no supposed to. This is just the result of how society has obviously shaped you guys and how it's shaped women.
Well, let's go another way.
Me, again, I'm obviously but fuck it, I'm talking about it on the radio. But like, this is where.
Let me ask you this question, because this is really weird, and I think about this stuff a lot.
Yeah.
There was some report that came out recently. We can find it. There was some report that came out on the internet that basically said, for the most part, women are lesbian.
Okay, so also neck sucking breast sucking. Don't
Yeah,
lick.
that's not. Yeah, suck.
Please, just lick and just nibble. Don't bite, nibble.
First off,
And
let me just
also-
hold on. I gotta stop you. First off, men don't nibble, nigga. We bite shit.
Yes,
We
they
men.
do.
Don't bite.
Yes, they do. So
You need
I've
to
had
nibble.
It done to me.
You
Don't
just suck
exist.
and nibble. Yes, suck and nibble.
Y'all gotta
They
stop stepping
exist,
on my
though.
joke, nigga.
Nah, fuck your joke. You gonna get girls'
Pepper
titties
and
bit off.
Gemini over here. But listen, you
Oh God, continue.
kiss down the spine when you're doing it from the back, and then we get exhausted. We just go straight on our stomach, start kissing down that back, because you will put that battery in our back to charge us back up, and we gonna throw it back, and it's gonna be over before you know it. Because we know y'all get tired too. Me, I'm particularly not this all night type of person. Give me a good 15 minutes. We can go to bed. But in
Hold
those
on,
15
hold
minutes,
on. Now I gotta stop you. Now Tiffany made the distinction between orgasm and coming. Can you get an orgasm in 15 minutes?
if I'm totally connected to you, yes.
So I can schedule you before the game.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, because you know what? I'm going to help you get me there.
All right.
I'm not going to rely on you to do all the work.
Yes.
I want to watch the game, too.
See,
But-
man.
No, you
Yeah.
don't.
Yeah, I'm going to be in the kitchen cooking and serving and all that stuff when we sit down and watch the game. Why not?
If you in the kitchen cooking, after I put this billy club on you, I did not beat it up right.
So, life goes on after sex, homie.
You need
I
recovery
mean-
time.
No,
If
you need
I
recovery
don't have
time.
anything to do, if I don't have anything to do afterwards, yes. But if 15 minutes, that's considered as like a quickie, maybe. So I got to get back up and get on my thing.
Thank you.
You know, the world don't stop because I got some good dick.
Right. Thank you.
I like it. Do you have any more tips? The tips are great. Tiffany.
Finger sucking. Please keep your nails clean, man.
Oh, yes.
We like
Thank
to
you.
use
Manicures. Oh, my God.
Yes, put your fingers in our mouth. We like to put our fingers in your mouth. Not everybody's into toe sucking, so I'm not even going to go there. But, you know, back to the nibbling thing with the neck and the breast, on the sides, you guys forget the sides, and in between the thighs before you even get to the cookie. Yeah. Let me see.
Oh, yeah. Keep going. This shit is great.
Oh, if for people who like to incorporate food in the bedroom, like fruits, I prefer grapes, strawberries, things like that. If you're going to insert, please make sure you are clean.
Should the fruit
That
wear a
can
condom
also-
too?
You're so dumb. Oh, my God.
And ladies, for the men, if you're not into oral but he likes it, you can use fruit roll-ups to help you along the way.
Wait a
I
minute.
do
Hold on.
second that. Fruit roll-ups are dope,
Wait a
actually.
minute. Fruit
Yeah.
roll-ups for what?
On
Say
his
more.
dick, so you
To
suck it
put
better.
around his penis
So it tastes good. It's like a
and suck.
What
It's
kind
like-
of
yeah, it makes you
lunchbox?
it's like a fruit roll-up dick ring, like a cock ring, but
It
fruit
makes-
roll-up.
Exactly.
This is
It makes you wanna
lunchable
suck longer.
fellatio? What?
That shit is so fire.
Yes.
That's all edible panties is a fruit roll-up.
It makes you want to suck longer.
Right.
It's not about you at that moment. It's about him because you can't want him to please you and you're not into it. So if you're into it, then it's going to be better. So ladies, fruit roll-ups.
Actually, to be clear, fruit by the foot is better because it's thinner.
Yeah.
Fruit roll-ups are actually really
Yeah.
thick. So I'm going to just give
Yeah,
a
and
shout
they
out.
melt.
Fruit by the foot.
You're right. You're right. Because the candy in the mouth, it kind of gets in the way. So if it's on him, then it's better.
Wow.
She ain't lying.
It's
This is good tips.
it's a lot of good game being
Yes.
laid down.
Yes.
Also, ladies, if you can withstand it, you put a little piece of an ice cube in you while you're performing oral, and then your vagina's going to be a little cold. So when you get on top of him and it starts to melt and that thing heats up,
Wait a minute. Hold on.
in seconds.
Wait a minute. Wait. She
Me
said
and you need to write a book, though, because I'm giving away all this good game
No,
tonight.
she is giving away a good game. Temperature change, helps
the ice
orgasm inside your yoni.
in the yoni.
Yeah, I can't do it because mine's too sensitive. So And on the flip
Yeah,
side,
you can take
Altoids will do the same trick of men like put Altoids in their mouth before they like
You
actually.
put a breath mint in your.
So here's the thing though, I can't handle it because my dude's done it and it's too cold. Like it's like too overwhelming. Like you can have like too much sensation and like it's too much. I can't take it.
You have to build. You have to build up.
You have to build like
you
a
have to
resilience.
build it up.
But the temperature change like increases climax, male and female.
Yeah.
What? Let me ask you. What, Jamie? Wow, you're listening to the voice of reason on Dash Talk X. This is the wildest Zoe After Dark sex show ever. Jesus, are you telling me you've actually put an Altoid in your yoni?
No, I've
haven't.
used an ice cube.
You've used an ice
I've
cube.
done ice cube. Correct.
Wow. And when you first put the ice cube up there, how long did it take to melt?
Well,
fast.
when I
It's hot in
first
there.
did it was uncomfortable because it was so cold. So by the time when I couldn't take it anymore, I just pushed it out, and then I got on top and did what I did. But eventually, I said either use small ice cubes or use a half, and just do it for as long as you can take it because it's not going to take long for it to get cold anyway. It's an ice cube. So by the time you take it out, you get on top, and you go to work.
Also, the ice cube actually makes like your Kegels tighten, so it's gonna be like tighter
That
for
too,
him.
because I do Kegel, so it was easy for me to hold it in there. So when I couldn't withstand it anymore, I pushed it out, and then that's when I proceeded.
Wow.
Oh,
So you've been doing a lot of wild. Listen, now I just need to know, like, just your relationship status. Is this stuff you do for the special man in your life, or is this stuff you do for yourself so you could be happy?
No, I've done it for the special man at that moment in my life because they weren't used to stuff like that. I mean, I've been nicknamed the erection keeper. So when I started to do the things that I've done, well, put it like this. I've never been lame in the bedroom.
right.
But as I've gotten older, I've started to look at more things and incorporate more things because the sexual experiences that I've had, a lot of men tell me they've never had that done to them before.
Uh-huh.
And I've always took pride into having that. So I think of new things and new ideas because I'm 31 now, and no, I don't have any children. But when I do get married, I'm going to need to keep him on lock. And the things that I've accumulated, those are going to be the things that I incorporate.
So let me ask
as
you.
of right now, I'm single.
So let me ask you. Thank you for the endorsement of yourself. But let me just. Do you think all your sex magic and your little bag of tricks would keep a man?
No, because men are greedy. It has a lot.
It's
more
not
to do
because
with
men are
sex.
greedy. Gosh.
Yeah, men are greedy. Men are greedy.
You're only
You
31,
you can give the
baby.
man a whirl, and he will take that same whirl and give it to another bit. I learned a long time ago.
She ain't lying.
I learned a long time ago. A nigga will betray his best hope for some new pussy and a few laughs. So there's
That's
nothing.
not
If that man
true.
don't want to be faithful, if he don't want to be faithful, ain't nothing you can do to make him be faithful.
I knew I could get the flaw out of you. You were sounding
nothing you can
so
do.
perfect for
No,
so
I'm
long.
just saying. But you asked me about my sex. I'm not gonna sit up here and be like, "Oh yeah, my sex the bomb," and any nigga. No, because it's more than that. Because after we leave the bedroom, what more do we have to offer each other?
Right.
Honey, you just said when I get married, I'm going to have to use what I've accumulated to keep him.
Because
Now
in
you
that,
gonna ding
what
me?
do most men cheat with? Their penis. But at the same time, the sex is not the problem. It's the man outside the bedroom that I have a problem with.
What if, of all you're getting, you forgot to get understanding?
No, it's the type of man that I've been picking, though. It's me, too. I ain't gonna lie. It ain't
Exactly.
only me.
See?
But the sex ain't the problem. Man, we the best friends when it comes to sex. But outside that bedroom, it's the lack of understanding.
No, right. I get what she's saying because, again, like, I had great sex, but that didn't keep me and my ex together. So you can have the bombest sex in the world, but there's other shit that go into a relationship.
That's why now I haven't had sex in a year. I've abstained from having sex because any person that I do decide to get involved with, I need to get to know them. Because I need to know if I really like you. Because sex clouds your judgment.
How can you get
Especially
to know?
If it's good.
So how can you get to know a work in progress?
Nah.
I'm one too. So we're gonna reflect each other.
But you didn't answer the question, but it's fine.
Okay, I'm sorry. Maybe I misunderstood.
I simply said, how can you get to know a work in progress?
Can you dummy it down for me? Because in my mind, you're asking me, how can I get to know someone who's constantly changing?
Exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying.
Oh, that's what it means?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, 1 point on the scoreboard for me. Well, I mean, it's all about growth and development, right? But I feel like...
You're looking for assurances so you can open up.
What I'm looking for is real.
Looking
for is real. Everybody's going to come with a flaw, though. Everybody.
But here's the thing.
All I want is...
How can you find the real outside of yourself?
Because I will be able to recognize if it's unreal. I've been through so many different circumstances where I've tried to turn a blind eye and say, okay, maybe if I don't say anything, he'll do better. Or maybe if I do say something and he realizes how it's affected me,
do you hear it?
But
do you hear the flaw in the way that you speak and think?
It was me as well. I said that.
I'm talking about how you're framing this. Do you hear it? With all your magical pussy power, you still don't understand what you're doing to yourself. You just framed a limited experience. Let me say it another way.
Okay.
There's 3 aspects of time, right?
Mm-hmm.
What are those 3 aspects, honey?
Well, technically, time doesn't exist. But
Don't get deeper than you need to. Just answer the goddamn question.
I live. I'm not sure. You said there's 3 aspects of time.
There's 3 aspects of time. Let's go very elementary here. Don't overthink it.
Okay. We don't have much time. Don't waste my time. And while we're together,
lay your ass down while I'm talking. Now I can't include you in this now.
I mean, I'm all with her on the sex talk, but you start talking relationships, and Boo Boo needs all the classes.
God damn it! You just ruined it. You was killing on the sex game, but now I see what the fuck wrong with you.
Didn't I say everybody has a flaw? I am not flawless, though.
All right,
I know where my strengths and my weaknesses are.
So here we go. Here we go. The 3 aspects of time: past, present, future.
It wasn't
my time and your time and wasting time. What the fuck? Where are we?
Oh, funny as fuck.
She took us right to Bizarro World. So again,
forgive me.
So scientists are at a space right now where they're saying the world we live in is a simulation.
Correct.
Right? In other words, it's not real.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
The Hindus said the same thing.
Correct.
5,000 years ago. I would say longer than 5,000 years, but you know, white people are in control of the calendars. But
fucking all the calendars up and shit. Like,
right? The Sanskrit word for it, for this reality, is Maya, which means illusion. Maya. Right? The Christians even talked about this world not being a real world. It's the next world that we live for.
Aspire to.
Right? So, peep game. Your thoughts work in the same linear fashion as time. There are two aspects of time that are illusory. Right?
Illusory. Ooh.
Yes, our relationships are predicated on these two aspects of time. Most of us ignore the present because we're always trying to avoid what we did in the past so we can have some type of perfected future.
Correct.
That's what you're doing with your pussy.
Uh-oh.
But am I wrong if I don't want to?
You ought not to speak anymore. You ought to listen now.
Listen, no.
You ought to listen now. You have ruined your
agree.
opportunity when you were talking about that good pussy game. You was on top.
Listen, I bet I make a few people have some babies by the end of this week. But listen, so no, for real. Am I wrong for wanting to reserve?
It's not about right or wrong.
Good yoni I have.
It's not about
because
the rest of it. What is? Is the shit leaking? What's going on?
No, right. I'm saying for the rest of my good up years that I have left. Am I wrong to want to reserve it and just put it on a halt?
So let me
until I can actually. Go ahead.
Let me hit you with this. Many women date a man's potential. Many women do. Many women date a man's image. Right? They date a projected image. Potential and the image is the simulation. If you can't date who he is for what he is and be okay with that and open up and let your true desire come out with whoever he is in the moment, you're going to always be trying to catch up. If he could just adjust, if he could just move this way, if he could just, and then I'll really be able to let him know how I really, do you get what I'm saying? Everything you're doing.
What about the people who present fake portrayals of image to you? How do you get
all
past
fake. Now watch me hit you with this. It all started in the garden, right?
Allegedly.
And by definition, of course, stop it. Stop being fake deep. I will spank you.
I live.
Okay. You know what I'm saying. It started in the garden. It's a test, right? The test. Everything's a test. Well, so is a simulation. A simulation is a test. A man will show you a simulation of who he wants to be. And that simulation
you're looking for.
But that simulation is in alignment with your, desires, your standards, your beliefs. He molds his behavior to that, and he presents a simulation. And you love fucking the fantasy. This is why you're trying to protect it. Yeah, you do. You had a great time before it went bad.
No, and that's exactly why I'm not having sex, because for one, I'm slightly crazy, and I give.
No, we already understood that. We saw that.
The way crazy, but it's okay. I'm crazy. It's okay.
I choose to just be reserved until I can just figure. I want to pick the best one.
Ain't no best
one.
Ain't
no perfect one. I just want to pick the best one.
Ain't no best one.
What I've been picking ain't shit. So right now I'm on a hiatus.
But here's the thing. Why you been picking shit? Have you found shit in your spirit?
No, because I haven't been left with an example, because my mom was picking shit. My grandma was too. So I have to figure it out on my own, because ain't nobody left no examples.
Hey, at least you said
at least you got that far.
Right.
Well, if your mama picked shit. No, listen.
So now I got to hit the reset button and figure it out on my own.
So look, no, you're not figuring it out on your own.
Yeah, but
if your grandmama picks shit and your mama picks shit and you pick shit, that means you are a continuation of a cycle.
And she needs this and do all the exercises.
Your job is to be able to look at yourself clearly.
Correct.
Like, I'm listening to you and there's no culpability. There's no personal accountability, responsibility, culpability. None.
I told you in the beginning, I blame myself.
Okay.
I am half to blame.
So let's go deeper.
Okay, let's go.
Name 3 things you're responsible for getting and picking shit. You pick shit.
Okay.
Name 3 reasons.
I'm an enabler. I just love to help everybody, even if I don't have nothing to help myself. I'm an enabler. 2, I have this thing for men who's very extremely alpha, like to the core. Like it's almost disrespect in a little way. Because if we get into a fight, we say some things, you know. But anyway.
So that might not be
2.
alpha. That might be toxic.
Yeah.
We have to make a distinction.
Yeah, that's toxic alpha. I'll even do that, yeah. And number 3 is I'm extremely stubborn, and I can be very petty, especially if I'm hurt, because I want you to feel the way that I feel.
all that.
All right.
We heard all of the stubborn shit and the petty. We heard it all.
Okay, well, that was a freebie. Let me find something else.
I love this girl.
Yeah. Let me see.
Just say until, listen.
I am not completely honest with myself.
Wow.
Boom.
So
Fire.
if you're
I like
so wait, let me stop you.
Fantasize.
Let me
Okay,
stop
go
you.
ahead.
I have to stop you.
Mm-hmm.
A simulation is not real.
Right.
If you're not completely honest with yourself, you only deserve the simulation, not
Correct.
the real.
You're right. And that's what I was looking for, the real. But if I'm not honest with myself, how can I get the real? You're right.
Right. That part.
Over here got that pussy locked up as good as that pussy is. All them tricks you done learned.
Yeah.
Now get off my phone and learn yourself, girl.
Learn
I know.
yourself.
And I can't wait for that book to come out. When is August 15th?
August
August
15th.
I'm waiting for it.
All right.
I love you, Tiff. I love y'all. Good night.
Love
So
you.
I needed that.
Wow.
I needed that breakthrough. I thank you.
All right, baby girl. Shit. Came in here talking that shit. People be talking crazy like they know what's happening. Out here lying to yourself, but want the real. Somebody in the chat room said, I'll date her.
Because people are crazy. That's why y'all know.
Nah, she was a great caller, actually.
She was. I love her.
I loved it. I loved every moment of it. But let me say this. Do you know everything in this world is predicated on some shit that's not real? So you hear me talk about entropy a lot, right? Entropy, the longer an energy system goes on, the more it begins to break down. The breakdown means you lose access to the information contained within. Doesn't mean the information is destroyed. It just means you lose access to it.
Right.
A simple example of that is a hot cup of tea. Well, the heat is information, but as it cools down, it goes into the cup.
Right.
If you put the cup on the table, the heat goes into the table. Thus, the tea cools down. The heat, the energy of the heat is still there. You just lost access to it. Relationships are energy systems as well.
Right.
The longer these motherfuckers go on, the more the heat or the energy in them begins to dissipate. The fuck does that mean, Zoe? Well, relationship is twofold.
Right.
One part is social, the other part is spirit. You lose access to the energy or the ability to create more heat when you let the spiritual aspect of relationship atrophy. You got the societal part locked in. You supposed to do this, you supposed to do that. A man is supposed to do this, a woman is supposed to do that. We got responsibilities, we got kids, we supposed to do this, we go here, we do that. You got the societal part down. But the reason your relationships continue to leak energy is because you haven't mastered the fact that this is all a fucking test for you to earn true love. It's a fake world administering real tests. I know that's some heavy shit to fuck with niggas. You know how hard it is to keep your dick up when the energy in that relationship is gone?
Man, I don't.
I'm just saying. I know you know as a woman when you are turned off sexually.
Yeah.
And it ain't nothing he can do no more to get you back on.
Well, I'll honestly say, like, I've been in relationships where, yeah, it's never gotten that bad to where, like, I don't want to fuck my partner.
That's because your pussy is running on dilithium crystals, nigga.
I'm just saying, like, even though, like, my past relationship had, like, bad and hard times, like, it was never enough for me to be like, oh, I don't want my man.
Wait, how old are you again?
I'm 31.
Exactly.
So
same age as this last one that just got.
But again, I come from a family and a high libido, like an actual genetic makeup. So you'll hear that from my mom, my uncles, my siblings, my grandmother. Like, yeah. So it's a hereditary situation.
Jesus Christ.
So yeah.
Man, this shit is crazy. Women are the most complicated human beings on planet Earth.
Yes, absolutely.
And one thing that could get y'all heated and ready to go do it one day, some totally different shit the next day. You can't tell me the same shit gets you on.
No, I mean, I'm pretty consistent. Like, there's certain things that will just always get me started. And then, of course, there's, like, environmental or situational things.
Well, people
there's
want to
some
know.
things, like, that will just always get me started. One, I shouldn't say this because this is terrible, but my kryptonite is my nipples. Like, the wind could blow and I'm about to fuck. Like, it's a terrible situation. My nipples are terribly sensitive.
Me and Phil are over here looking at each other like, what?
So, like, everybody who's ever been with me knows, like, oh, if you want it to go pop, like, just brush your fingers across. I'll be like, okay, what we doing? Where we going? So, like, it's my kryptonite. Like, literally, like, the wind blows and I'm like, ah, shit. Where is my dick? So, so that's like one thing that I could be mad in the middle of my sentence and just brush by my nipple. I'll be like, okay, well,
so
we can be mad later. Let's fuck now.
So you're like a sexual savant or some kind of autistic sexual person, because the average woman. Look at these comments from these women in here. They're like, what?
Yeah, I'll just say I am definitely blessed. I'm in tune with my body and I know what works and doesn't work.
Wow. Look at the women. The women are leaving comments like, what kind of just blow on her nipples? What?
Literally, like, I have ultra sensitive nipples. It's crazy. It's just crazy.
For most women, it takes a little bit more than just.
True. I will just say also, though, a lot of it does come from being in tune with your body, too, though. Like, because I'm not as focused on a lot of the societal things, like, a lot of women need a lot of those comforts to feel security, to not feel embarrassed, no judgment, like, blah, blah, blah. But because I've kind of always been pretty uninhibited, that's why it's so easy to arouse me. Because I'm I'm not worried about the other things, the societal things that women are. So it's very easy to arouse me. And especially if you're like my dude, once I'm like emotionally in tune with you and like I'm locked in, yeah, we could be in the middle of the dance floor and you just like brush my shoulder and I'm like, okay.
Somebody said they agree with you. I think this is Mimi Williams in the chat room. The chat room has been lit all show long. They've been in here talking crazy. Listen, I promise you, if this is your first time tuning into the Voice of Reason, this is not our normal fare. But again, a young lady came in today with a topic, and we had to go all the way in. If you're just tuning in, tonight's topic is, how do men and women compare regarding sex drive? And many women have called in and shared their intimate stories. We're hearing women in threesomes. Wow. And I mean threesomes with two dudes. Even Phil is aghast. I know I am. I think men judge women harshly when it comes to sex, but I know this about me. I would feel strange if my woman, the one I want, was with two dudes at once. I don't give a fuck how long ago it was. I'd be like, and you know how men are. We visual.
Right.
So what we're going to do is we're going to investigate. I'm going to be like, so.
Which dudes?
What did you do? Well, one was,
That's why the girls will just lie to you. Most girls will just lie.
So you guys there wasn't a DP situation?
I will say, yeah, I don't fuck with anal really like that, period. So I don't.
But I'm just saying, as a man, this is just me talking. I would inquire, and based on her answers, you know how dudes are. We'd be like, "What? You did what?"
Well, and that's one thing we didn't get into today is I've started making a distinction, and I talk a lot about it on my Instagram page and with my followers in regards to there's a difference, I think, between like freaky and nasty. And as I got older, I realized like, oh, I'm freaky, but I'm not nasty.
Hold on. See, this is the
there's
problem.
like, I won't get peed on. I don't like to like really do anal like that. Like there's like a line, and I'm like somewhere between.
You can't draw a line and you frame it the way you frame it. I don't really like to do anal like that means you do it.
For a specific partner.
See, but okay.
I would never like here's the deal. When you're really in line with someone, there's certain things like you're like, okay, I feel comfortable with you. We could do that. Or I know you're not doing it with other people or whatever, right? So like when I'm casually dating, I'm not just going to have anal with whoever because I'm like, who else's butt have you been in? Like I just don't like anal in general like that. So I'm just like, but that not to knock people who love anal because do you? That's awesome.
Okay, let me just clear this up. This is your generation. Your generation has a definition for fucking everything. Right? So, yeah, you do. Like, it's too many distinctions in your generation. In our generation, shit was simple. That nigga crazy. This motherfucker nasty. It wasn't nasty and then freaky. No, freaky and nasty, same shit.
Not really. Because that's why I said people like think because I like sex means I like everything. Nah, I'm very articulate about what I do and don't do.
First off, you didn't tell us definitively what you don't do.
I don't do peeing on me. I don't do pooping. I actually don't do a lot of like penetration with objects. I don't do I don't do S&M shit basically at all.
But I'm confused.
Like I don't do bondage.
But you talked about some shit that you do, but you don't.
Like I